Some basic yoga and stretching, and then at the end of that we're going to then do around 10 minutes of just guided meditation. I'll do it through YouTube, I'll do it through the speaker, and we'll just listen to that while we sit back and relax for the last 10 minutes of the class. So what we're going to do is we're going to get into cat-cow position, tabletop. See you later, Simba. He's fed up already. So what we're going to do is we're going to get on our knees, on our hands like so. So we're just going to be here, nice and chilled. So all we're going to do is when we breathe in, we're going to curl the spine, stick the back side out, we breathe in, and as you breathe out, just round the upper back. We're just stretching out that upper back. Tuck the tailbone in, breathe in, come back down, chest out. Good. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, and breathe out. There we go, breathe in, chest out, just curving that back, and breathe out. Go head back into neutral, so just nice flat back, just shake everything out. What we're going to do is we're going to get our right leg and we're going to pop that out to the side. What I'll do is I'll show you from this angle here. So what I'm doing here is in tabletop position. I'm just going to pop that right hand out to the right foot out to the side, and we're going to cat cow from this position, stretching out the groin. So again, we're going to breathe in, bring the back side, stick that back side out, breathe out, carve the upper back. Breathe in, bring that chest out, make sure you're squeezing into the ground with that right foot. Breathe out, carve that upper back. Breathe in, bring that head up, carving that spine. Breathe out. Breathe in. Last breath cycle, breathe out. And back to neutral. All we're going to do is bring that right foot back in, and I'm just going to switch sides. I'm going to bring that left foot out. I'm going to make sure that knife edge is pressing into the ground, and we're stretching out the inside of the thigh there. Again, two hands on the ground, and from here as you breathe in, you're just going to bring that chest out, bring the head up, breathing in, and breathe out. Tuck the tailbone underneath, round that upper back. As you breathe in, just dip that belly, chest up, head up, and breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Again, just making sure you're pressing into that floor with your left foot. Breathe in. Chest up. Breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Bring that left leg back in. We're just going to go back to neutral position, tabletop position. And from here what we're going to do is we're going to bring our right leg out in front and across the body. And And from here, what I want us to do is we're just going to get our left leg, we're going to put it out to the left hand side, and then we're going to bring it back over to the right, and we're going to bring it back over to the left, and then we're going to bring it back over to the right, and we're just going to sit back every time that leg moves from the right hand side to the left hand side. And just keep doing that to open up the hips, open up the glutes. There we go, good work. So just bring that back leg over to the left, over to the right. Every time that knee touches the ground, just sink into the stretch. There we go. You should feel it a lot more as your left foot goes across to the right hand side. And then when you take it over to the left, you just get a little break. Good. Give me one more. So we're going over to the left, we're going over to the right, and now we're just going to stay there, and we're going to be on our hands. So nice straight elbows, palms on the ground, and we're just going to walk that left foot as far back as we can, and this is called pigeon pose. So from here we're just going to sit that leg back as far as we can, walk our chest up nice and tall, and again from here you're going to breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. If you can, I want you to walk onto your forearms and just enhance that stretch a little bit more on the back side. There we go, just hold that position, take a nice big deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Take a nice big deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. And just hold that position. From here I just want you to try and walk the left knee just a smidge further back to intensify the stretch on the right hand back side. And again, stay on your forearms if you can. If you can't, you can stay on those palms, alright? So we're on our elbows, we're on our forearms. Again, nice big deep breath in. And let go and breathe out. Nice big deep breath in. And breathe out. From here we're just going to walk back up onto your hands, and from here we're just going to get that right knee, we're just going to place that back through. We're going to go back into tabletop position again in that neutral spine, lengthen the neck, and from here we're just going to get the left leg and we're going to point that out towards the side and then through, and then just bring that foot through, step that right leg back, and again from here you're going to take that right leg, you're going to pop that over to the right hand side, and then you're going to pop it over to as far as you can on the left hand side. So you're just going to move it to the right and move it to the left, and you're going to move it to the right and you're going to move it to the left, to the right, to the left. There we go. So just sitting back on the right hand side, you'll sit back on the left and it'll just feel a little bit tighter on that area. Just going to the right, going to the left, and again just move how you feel comfortable. We're just going to the right and then just over to the left, just sink in a little bit and then move over to the right, out of the stretch, and then you're getting back into the stretch, moving out of the stretch and then moving back in. We'll do this one more time. Out of the stretch, and now we're going to go back in, and from here we're now going to walk that back knee as far back as we can, as far back as we feel comfortable. And the same thing again, we're going to have our palms on the ground, we're going to have that nice long belly, we're going to have our chest sticking out, we're going to make sure that spine is in a good straight position, we're looking forwards, and we're breathing in through the nose, and breathe out through the mouth. And again, if you want to close your eyes, because we're going to be in this stretch for a couple of minutes, you can. So if you can close your eyes, you can just feel the left hand hip, glutes, inner thighs, outer thighs, all nice and warm. Feeling the stretch, taking a nice big deep breath in, and let go. If you feel that stretch starting to ease off just a little, just bring that knee that's at the back, just pull it a little bit further back to amplify the stretch. There we go. Again, breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. From here, just move on to your forearms and your elbows if you can. This is just going to get a little bit of a deeper stretch in the backside. Again, just make sure you get a nice long torso, long at the neck, and from here you take a nice big deep breaths in through the belly and out through the mouth. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Last breath cycle, big breath in and breathe out. Just walk back onto your hands, onto the palms, and then from here we're just going to go back into tabletop position. From here what we're going to do is a nice neutral position. All we want to do is we're going to sit back on our heels as far as we can, and then from here we're just going to go back into tabletop, and then you're going to sit back as far as you can. Alright, so if you feel you can get your hands off the ground, sit right back, and then you're just going to move into tabletop. Give them a little bit of recovery, moving back, sitting right back as far as you can, back into tabletop, back into sitting on the heels, back into tabletop. Again, just move at the pace that you feel is comfortable for you. What we're trying to do here is stretch out the quads and stretch out the shins. Sitting back as far as you can, moving forwards, sitting back. We'll do one more and then we're going to go onto this position. So we're going to go all the way out to tabletop, and then you're going to go all the way back onto your heels, and now you're going to stay there. Alright, so we've just been warming that area up, so now you feel comfortable enough to sit back in those heels, stretching out the quads, stretching out the shins. And from here what we're going to do, you're going to get your right hand, you're going to place it behind the body, you're going to get your left hand and you're going to bring it up towards your right hand side and bring that back side off the heels and stretch away. And then you're going to come back down, you're going to get that left hand, you're going to take it to your left hand side, right hand's going to follow all the way up. And we're just going to do that as slow and as controlled as you can. Just down, left hand down, right hand over to the left hand side, push the hips through, back down. There we go. Stretching out the hip flexors, stretching out the psoas, stretching out the quads. There we go. Good work. Breathe out on the way up. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. We'll do this one more time, over to the left. And back down. From here, what we're going to do is we're going to get to child's pose. So we're going to bring those feet together. We're going to make a nice V shape on our mat or on the carpet. So our feet are together, our knees are pointing away, and all we're going to do is we're going to walk out as far as we can, trying to keep those hips, the backside as close to the heels as possible. And we are just going to walk our hands as far as we can out, stretching off the lats, stretching off the lower back. Take a nice big deep breath in through the belly. And let go. Take a nice big deep breath in. And breathe out. Take a nice big deep breath in. And breathe out. Last big breath in. And let go. From here, what I want us to do is I want us to get our right hand, put it over to the right hand side, and put our left hand over the top, and put our head back into the space. There we go. And you should be feeling that down the left hand side of the body. We're just stretching out the left hand side, we're stretching out the lats, we're stretching out the obliques, we're just stretching out the rib cage as well. Nice big breath in. And breathe out. Big breath in. And breathe out. What I want you to do now is get your left hand, walk it all the way across to the left hand side, and I want you to put that right hand on top of the left, and from here we're just stretching out that right hand side of the body, taking a nice big deep breath in and breathe out. Nice big deep breath in and breathe out. Last breath cycle, big breath in and breathe out. Just walk back into the middle. From here, just one last big stretch, walking your hands all the way out as far as you can. Take a nice big deep breath in. Going to walk back up into tabletop position, and from here we're just going to get onto your back. If you've got a pillow close by, just grab a wee pillow, and what we're going to do is we're just going to go into the 10 minutes guided meditation. We're just going to sit back, we're going to lie back, we're going to close our eyes, we're going to get comfy, and we're just going to listen to a guided meditation. So I'll just give you a couple of seconds just to get yourselves comfortable. From here, I'm just going to get a couple of pillows, and all you're going to do is you're just going to lie back. Here, you're just going to close your eyes and you're just going to listen to the guided meditation for 10 minutes. All right?
Hey there, and welcome to this meditation to help you reduce anxiety. First, I'd like to invite you to gently close your eyes and take a nice, slow, deep breath in. Deeper than you've taken all day so far. And as you exhale, concentrate on the sound of my voice, allowing it to ground you into the present moment, giving yourself permission right now to focus on you, making yourself your first priority. There is nowhere else you need to be. There is nothing else you need to be doing. For the next several minutes, your well-being is your focus. Continue to take slow, deep breaths, allowing each inhale to be a bit deeper than the one before it. Feeling your lungs expand out as you inhale, holding it for a beat, and contracting back in as you exhale. And as you continue to breathe this way, feel the journey of the breath through your body. And notice any places where you may be holding stress or anxiety in your body. Unfurrow your brow, unclench your jaw, and let your shoulders drop down from your ears. Open your palms. And now allow your breath to return to its normal rhythm and pattern, but keep your focus on it and allow it to be your anchor during this meditation. If you get distracted by a thought or a sound, simply acknowledge that it occurred and then gently let it go and return your attention to your breath. When we're stressed or anxious about something, it's often because we don't feel we have control over it. And this sense of being out of control can make us feel less safe and our emotions heighten. An understandable reaction to this is that we try to control the situation even further. And we also tend to judge the situation and even our feelings about it. Those judgments and the stories we tell ourselves about it often become bigger than the situation itself, which adds on even more stress, and the cycle repeats. So right now, I invite you to call to mind a situation that you feel is causing you anxiety. What judgments are you holding about it? As you name the judgment, acknowledge its presence. Now give the judgment permission to drop away. You don't need it anymore. Let it go. And what's the story you've been telling yourself about the situation? And as you recognize it, acknowledge its presence. give that story permission to drop away as well. You may notice your mind pushing you even harder to hold on to those judgments or those stories. You recognize and acknowledge those thoughts too. And now allow them to drop away as well. Continue to use your breath to anchor yourself back in the present moment if you get distracted. Now let's look at that situation again without the judgment or the story you were telling yourself. How does it feel different? Has the level of anxiety or stress changed? Instead, I invite you to look at the situation with total curiosity. Now, as we move into the silent part of the meditation, give yourself permission to open up to the clarity and direction on what the very next step for you to take is. Not the next 5 or 10 steps. Not all the steps to the end. Just the very next step. Continue breathing with your eyes closed. Just let your attention start to focus back on my voice. Our judgments of and stories we tell ourselves about the situation tend to exaggerate our feelings of unease, anxiety, and stress. They can skew what's actually going on out of proportion. They can block us from seeing the truth of the situation and allowing in the ease and comfort we so desire. So the next time you're feeling anxious, remember to breathe. And then notice and acknowledge the judgments about it and the story behind it. Then let them drop away and notice how the anxiousness eases. Focus on the truth of the situation in this moment. You have everything you need right now. Now let's take 3 more deep breaths together. Take a deep inhale in, holding that breath for a beat. And exhale it out. Again, an even deeper breath than the one before, feeling it weave in and out of your muscles and cells. And exhale it out. Last time, your deepest breath yet, sending that oxygen all the way through your entire body. And when it reaches the top of your head, and you're ready, you can open your eyes. Thanks for joining me for this meditation and for giving yourself this gift. Have a great rest of your day.
There we go, guys. Meditation, stretch, done. A little bit slower paced than yesterday's HIIT class, but hopefully this has helped us unwind, relax, this will help us recover as well for tomorrow's workout on Friday. So I hope you enjoyed the change of pace, the slowing it down, just giving your body a little bit of time just to, recharge, recover, recuperate. Just take 30 minutes to, decompress and hopefully feel a lot better. Hopefully you might sleep better tonight as well. Hopefully you get a better night's sleep as well. All right, so really good work today, and I'll see you all tomorrow.